What up, people? Today I had a psilocybin mushroom trip. The dosage? What was the dosage? I had probably like 1.8 grams of dried and another about 0.7 of fresh. So all in all, about 2.5 grams. And it's, fuck man, there are no words for it, just profound, amazing. I've only ever had psilocybin mushrooms and marijuana, psychedelic wise. So I don't know. I don't know how fucking deep you can get with psilocybin and what kind of trips you can have, because I've never really had visuals except for I mean very slight visuals like green and pink lights. Things are more vibrant, not overly, like it's not things are more, the colours are more vibrant. It's more like greeny and pink, and it's a bit wavy, but it's really like a body high as well. Like you really like feel heavy. But really, it's interesting because I mean I can only talk from my experience. But with marijuana, it's like you can get really caught up in your thoughts and get overly paranoid, and it's like, you're really kind of anxious. But that's not how it is at all with mushrooms. And maybe, I don't know, because weed you can definitely can put you into a relaxed meditative state too. I don't know, like when I first had weed, the first few times I had weed, there weren't really any negative things about it. So maybe it's just because I've abused weed so much. Maybe if I abused magic mushrooms so much, it wouldn't be so good. I don't know, but I'll talk about this trip that I had today, if I even can. It really just takes you out of your mind. It takes you out of who you think you are. Now, I've been interested in spirituality for a while now, and I've had spiritual experiences sober, on mushrooms. I've had spiritual experience sober and on other drugs too. And so I'm fairly, I understand this concept of oneness and God. I understand presence. I understand that I'm not my ego. I'm not this body. I'm not this mind. I am the consciousness beneath it all, incarnated as this body. And it's like, speaking out loud these kinds of words seem quite irrational and fucking woo-woo and like a bit fucking psychotic to a lot of people. And that's like, saying shit like I'm not my thoughts, I'm not my mind, I'm not my beliefs, I'm not my opinions, I'm not this body. I am not this body. I am not Jasper. I'm not this human being. People look at you and go like, you're fucking crazy. What do you mean you're not Jasper? You're not a human being. You're not this body. You're not, like, what the fuck, man? Like, and so I don't know if this, if psychedelics could be a difficult experience for people who really are attached and identified with their mind and their body and not even realize that. I don't know if they had a psychedelic trip, if they would fucking freak out, because their whole reality would have been thrown out the window. That their whole, who they think they are, dies. So basically, on this trip that I had today, because the mind is still there, the mind's still operating, it's still having thoughts and opinions, but you're not identified with it. Basically, I just had this really spiritual experience where I looked down at my body and was just like, that's not me. And then I'm like, well, fucking hell. If that's not me, who is me? And of course, I am consciousness. I'm the one that's aware of the body. I am the livingness. And for a moment, it kind of felt like I was trapped in the body. Like I realized that I was limitless consciousness. I was fucking I was fucking infinity. I was fucking the eternal one thing, God. And I was like, what? I'm this limitless, infinite, eternal thing. And I feel trapped in this body because this is not who I am. I'm not this body. And then, yeah, just like onwards, it was. It's just really empowering because you get in touch with yourself. I didn't do anything. Not really. I just stayed in my room and, yeah, didn't really do anything. I just sat down on the floor, stood up, walked around, moved my body. I didn't do anything. I just played around with my body, like moving. Yeah, like no, like I didn't watch anything or listen to anything. So I just really got in touch with myself. And yeah, I just like could see that I'm not this body. I'm not this character. And you can see that this character is trying really fucking hard to be a character. Like right now, I'm back in the character. It's really fucking strange. And it's like, I understand these spiritual concepts and stuff, and the spiritual maps, so I understand what's going on. And like when you're in a trip, it's like you identify as this sort of like, you identify as God and love, and you just kind of surrender the character. You give the character up. You just give it up. You go, my will, me as this character, trying to get something done, trying to do things, isn't going to work. It's never worked. I've just got to give myself up, surrender myself to this higher power, which is me anyway. Surrender myself to the innermost self that is all and one. Surrender myself to love and let love guide me. Give up my will. Love's got me. It's hard to explain because there's nothing to explain when you're in that space. It's just, there are no words. It's just love. It's just truth, reality, and love. And you don't need any words for that. But yeah, here I am now trying to explain this experience. Because it's really weird. Because it seems like this love that you are is your most natural state. It's who you are. Like, I'm not this body, I'm not this mind, I'm not Jasper, I'm not a human being. I'm not this character, I'm not this ego. I am limitless consciousness. I am love. But yeah, so it's interesting when you trip and you recognize that, and you just go, oh, this is so, so, so simple. It's the most, it's right in front of you. It's the most simplest thing. It's like, of course I'm not the body. Of course I'm not this character. I'm fucking this consciousness. That is God. That is love. And it's like, I just need to get out of my own way and let love guide me. I need to give up my will. And it's like, during the trip, it's like, easy, man. Like, I don't even have to think about it. I know who I am. Just go with the flow. Just, it's all love. It's all love. But then, of course, the trip wears away and you're back being this character. And it's so weird because we think this character is our natural state. We think we are the character. We think this is, like right now, I think this is reality. This is truth. Like, this is, like, who I am now is like the simple, like it's just obvious, like. But when you've opened your heart and you've given up your will, you've just surrendered yourself to love. You can see that's once you surrender to love, once you give up your personal will, everything's easy. It's effortless. It requires little to no energy. What's funny is that it takes a hell of a lot of energy to maintain this character, to pretend to be this identity, to pretend to be the body and the mind and the persona, to pretend to be psychology, my psyche, to pretend to be my beliefs and opinions, and to pretend to be my dislikes and likes. All those things are still there when you identify as love, but you just don't identify to your mind. And it's not like you identify to love. Like, there's no need to identify with anything. You just, it's there. It's like, it's obvious. It's like right in front of you. It's truth. It's like easy. but it takes a hell of a lot of fucking energy to maintain this character. And we don't even fucking realize that. Because, yeah, like, we're pretending to be this person. Yeah, it's just, it's really weird, man. And of course, here's me trying to understand what has happened, what's going on, but it never can. There's no point in trying to understand love intellectually. No point. Just open your heart. That's all you need to do. Just practice opening your heart. What I realized during the trip is how much I close my heart off to every little tiny fucking thing to maintain this character. This is the thing, is that in order to maintain our character, in order to have an identity, we have to close off our hearts to a certain degree. It's like, what are you going to pick? Do you want to be somebody? Do you want to be somebody? Do you want to be this hairstyle and the clothes you wear and your muscles and the music that you listen to and your personality? Do you want to be that? But fucking close your heart off to every little thing? Or do you just want to fucking let that go and open your heart and love yourself and love reality and love the people in your life? Because you cannot have your cake and eat it too. You need to let go of that identity if you want to open up your heart and give and receive love. Because, yeah, during this trip, I fucking really just saw how much I fucking closed off my heart to everything. There's so much to be grateful for. I was thinking about the people in my life and just thinking about all the resentments I have and all the guilt I have within myself, and it just brought me to tears. But it wasn't like, I wasn't like sad. It was just a natural thing that was going to happen. Like, I understood what was happening. It was just like these fucking floodgates of just tears and just like really like crying. And I was crying because I just realized how much I close off my heart. Crying at realizing that, like, what am I doing? Like, thinking of times, all the times where I've like been resentful towards myself or other people and just gone like, why? Because you're trying to maintain this character. You get resentful towards people because it what's the word? You get resentful at people because they are like ripping down your identity that you're trying to maintain. You get resentful because they're what's the word? It's like they're pushing. I can't think of the word, but they're really just like they're treading on your identity that you're trying to be, and you get resentful towards that because it's like, what are you doing? I'm trying to be this identity. I'm trying to maintain this person, and you're trying to. You're saying that I'm not this person. How dare you? I know who I am. I'm Jasper, and I have these beliefs. You, you're fucking. You're going against my beliefs. How dare you? I resent you. You know, because you're attaching your identity to your personality, your mind, this character. And of course, that's all bullshit when you open up your heart. Because when you open up your heart, you realize that your fucking character doesn't mean shit. I mean, no, like, the thing is that your character isn't aware. Your character isn't real. You are awareness. I am consciousness, conscious of my mind, my personality. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that it's important not to just disregard your personality, because you're cutting yourself off from you're not if you disregard your personality, then where's the love in that? You have to accept that it's there. Like, it's about disidentifying to it. It's about looking at these unhealthy traits in your personality and giving it love. Looking at it from a distance and giving it love. It's confusing, man. Of course it is. Mine can't understand it. What else do I want to say? It's love. It's just, this is what I got in touch with this trip. It was just love. I mean, always, it's just love. It's interesting to me that I was like an atheist not that long ago, and now I find myself, like, tonight, I was in the bath on the come down of the trip, and I was literally praying. I was just like this and just saying, thank you for giving me this body. Thank you for giving me this life. Thank you for giving me this experience. And that's a fucking just is looked upon as fucking ideological and fucking bullshit religious shit from any rationalist standpoint. Like praying, like what are you fucking praying to, man? God doesn't fucking exist. What I was praying to was myself. I was praying to God, which is like my innermost self. I was just thanking myself. I've given myself this body. To play this game of life. This video game. And I recognize all the things that I don't like in it, in my life. Recognize all the shit that I don't like, but I realize that it's all there for a good reason. And why is that? Why did we pray like that? Like, you see a lot of spiritual people like, I think it is because it's a symbol for God or love, because it's about, like, that is coming together close. And basically what it is that yeah, it's you coming to God. So it's like that closeness. It's you trying to get to God, but you are God. You can't get to God because you are God. Like, it's this closeness that you're trying to get to, but it's like, you know, it's like if you're stood still and you say to you, and someone says to you, walk towards yourself. There's nowhere to go, is there? Like, you're so close that you are it. And it's just like you want to, like, penetrate it. You want to fucking fuck yourself. You want to fuck the universe as it fucks you. You want to fucking penetrate it. You're trying to get close. You just want to... And once you penetrate it, you know, it's like... It's a strange loop. It's just infinity. Fucking itself. Penetrating itself. So that's what that symbol is that you're trying to get close, so close. You can't get any closer than that. Pushing so hard. But yeah, it's interesting to me that I was just like, just praying. And I'm, please God, help me. God is not bigger than you, but you're not bigger than God. You're so close to God that you are God. It's very controversial to say this shit, I know. And the thing is that it doesn't need to be said when you are in this state. Because me saying I'm God is actually a lie. It's a lie, me saying I'm God. Because in this state now, I'm not God, I am Jasper. And that's the truth. I am this body and this mind. I am this one that's in the head looking out through the eyes. Because when you are God, no words need to be said. God does not need to declare himself as God itself. So just keep that in mind, because it's like, the mind always wants to just, the mind really wants to fucking die and just open its heart. Open your heart. But of course the mind wants this, the thing is that a lot of people want to be awakened and enlightened, but the sacrifice is you. If you want to be enlightened, you're not going to be there to experience it. People want to keep their ego and be enlightened, but it does not happen like that. People want to be righteous about their spiritual experiences, but be fucking enlightened, but you can't be. This is the trap that I realize, is that I want to be spreading this wisdom that is truth. But if I'm too caught up in that, then there's no time to even be in the truth. I'm just talking about truth, which is actually false because I'm not living in truth. And so it's just about forgetting the whole fucking bullshit wisdom shit. Practice opening your heart, which is easier said than done, because like here I am here talking about my experience, because you know, having an identity is just habitual. That's the thing. That's what you realize, is that on the trip, as much as you think that you're just going to give up your personal will and let love guide you, as much as you think that, you forget how fucking habitual your personality is to identify with your mind and your body. It's just autopilot. So yeah, I just want to come back to this insight that I had in the bath. Is that, yeah, I was just looking down at my body and I'm like, that's not who I am. You're not fooling anyone. I'm not this body. I'm not these thoughts. But I am everything. I am existence itself, life itself, experiencing this game that I call my life. I'm experiencing what it's like to be this character with these circumstances. I have given myself this life, this body. And I was just praying, just thanking myself. Like thanking God. Thanking life for giving me this experience, this life. Because yeah, I don't know. The mind really wants to understand this shit, but you cannot have your cake and eat it too. Either you, like, I don't know. It's the big spiritual trap. But yeah, so I think the biggest issue that I have in life is centered around my throat chakra, if you believe in that kind of stuff. I don't fucking know about chakras, but all I know is that, I mean, there's energy in the body. Energy is life, it's the life force, it's the flow of life. Energy is, you know, I don't know about energy centers, but all I know is that my throat has a lot of tension in it a lot of the time. And it's not just random. I realize that this is a problem for me. I'm not great at speaking up. I'm not great at speaking my truth. I'm not great at expressing my needs. I'm not great at being assertive. I'm not great at being honest. I feel ashamed for the things that I do. And I don't speak enough. And I need to, because speaking, like, is powerful. Words have power. Just your voice. I mean, the very fact that you have a voice and you can make words that carry meaning and information, that's a powerful tool that people should be using. And people are using them in very manipulative ways, but I've got love to give, and I need to express that love because the world needs love, because it's all there is. It's truth. So that's going to be a hard thing for me to do. That's going to be the progression in my life mainly, is to start opening up my voice and being honest with who I am. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really interesting that the mind is always trying to get back to this enlightened state of love. And of course it's here all the time. I'm just so fucking oblivious to it. It's like it's right here. It's just that I need to surrender myself to it, and no one wants to do that. No one wants to die. That's what you do. You die into love. Love is death. It's the death of yourself. You need to die in order to live, in order to be happy, to be loved, and to give love, and to, yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's interesting because when you're in this place, it's like there's so much to worry about. So much to worry about. But when you're, on the trip, I was like, there are things laid out before me. Like, this is the other thing, is that I don't choose what's happening in my life. My higher self, God, has given me this life to experience, and it's already got a set agenda. It's already got a plan. My life has a plan. It has a destiny. It has fate. I am on my destiny and I can't get off that path, because if I do, that's also destiny. Everything that happens is perfect. But the mind is trying to make things happen. I've got to do this and I've got to do that. But what I don't realize is that I don't need to do anything. Everything's already planned out for me. I'm just here to experience what my higher self has prepared for me. And it's prepared it for me in the most loving and necessary way. It may not be the most likable situation to my personality, you know, because there are a lot of things that I can dislike about my life. But when you're in a state of love, you can see that these things that you dislike or don't like about yourself or situations or whatever are crucial for this plan, this journey that your higher self has given you. And so it's just about letting go, surrendering to a higher will. Because you're not actually the one that does anything. You're just here for the ride. We just need love. There's a lot of hurt within us from the society that we're in this time period. A lot of us have been just disrespected. There's a lot of unworthiness within all of us. And we need to give ourselves our love for that. We can't depend on anything outside of us to make us better. Nothing is going to make you better except you. Your own love. You're the one that's going to have to start giving yourself the love that you have always deserved. You know, your parents may have loved you heaps, but of course the parts within them that feel unloved are gonna carry over into you. The parts where they're not loving is going to affect you, and those are the parts where you need to start loving yourself. You know, the parts where you didn't feel validated by your parents or society or whatever, the parts where they didn't accept, and that you may not even really know this, like it may be very passive and subtle, but there are definitely, I mean, I'm just speaking about me, but there are definitely parts within me that I know have not been respected or have been just chucked to the side and not accepted. And so that within me, I feel like guilt about these parts of myself, and I feel like a deep resistance towards them, and I feel they're not okay. And so these are the parts, like, I love my parents and they love me, and they've given, like, there are parts of myself that I do accept and love, and that is because my parents have loved and accepted those parts in me. But of course, everything's not going to carry over this. There are going to be some parts within me that that they have found it hard to accept within themselves, so it carries over, and then I find it hard to accept within myself. And so it's about loving these aspects of yourself with yourself. You've got to love yourself. And you may have like aspects of yourself that you don't like, that you think are fucking just terrible. And that doesn't mean you have to condone it. You don't have to say this behavior is good. That's not what love is. Love is about acceptance, understanding, and care. Love is not condoning any behavior. It's just, it's giving yourself understanding and care. And even if you say like, oh, that's too fucking hard to care for myself, just say to yourself, I don't know how to care for myself. I don't know how to love myself. But I'm going to try my best. Because, don't we all want love? Don't we all want to be loved? In an ideal world, don't we want to care for ourselves and love ourselves? So it's not in any way a lie or something weird to say to yourself, saying to yourself, I don't know how to love or care for myself, but I'm open to learning. I don't fucking know how to love myself. I don't fucking know how to love myself. But that's the first step in loving yourself, is it just admitting that you don't fucking know how to love these parts of yourself. How to care and understand for these parts of yourself. I don't know, but I'm going to just love it as best I can. Just be open to it, because, just have the intention, because don't we all want that love? So just say to yourself, I want to love myself. I don't know how I'm going to love myself, but I'm going to try. That's the first step. And if you get angry at yourself, like, fucking hell, like, I can't love myself, I'm just fucking bullshit. Just love that one. Care and understand for that one. And you go, oh, I fucking don't know how to, this is all bullshit. Just say to yourself, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know your full story. I'm here for you though. I'm here to understand you. I'm here to love you. I don't know how I'm going to, but I'm going to try. It's the best thing that you can do. Whatever comes up, any guilt, any resentment, any anger, any frustration, any hate, any just unworthiness, and just like you fucking rock bottom, you think you are the fucking worst thing in the world, just say to yourself, I deserve love, and I don't know how I'm going to give that to myself, but I intend to try my best at loving myself, giving care and understanding to myself. No one can give it to you. It's always going to have to be you. That validates yourself. Just have in your mind the mantra, I love you. Anything that comes up, just, I love you. There's a good reason for you. You are understood. I'm here for you. I care for you. Because all negative parts of ourselves all the parts where we're angry or resentful or guilty or sad are in need of love. You know, you walk past people on the street and some of them are like really fucking like just angry or like just really fucking sketchy looking, and you try and stay away from them. Those are the people that need more love than anybody else, because they've had it fucking hard. And we're all this consciousness, we're all equal. Anyway, my phone is about to run out of battery, so thanks for watching.